Hey there, I'm the MadCatster. Am I glad to see you here? Well, I'm back from my trip to California and my attempt to visit Ace Fest where a good time was had by all. And I stumbled across some of the Ace family's wonderful family friendly content that I want to share with you. So I hope you will join me and let's get into it. So, you guys, if you stayed to the end of the video, my cat Antoinette is going to come on and make an appearance and chat with us for a minute. So stay tuned for that at the end. So Mr. Shady is back from his trip to sunny California. And I'm here with Miss Sybil the Enforcer, who was very mad at me at first when I got home. She's given me attitude for a couple days. But she's now decided that I'm back in her good graces. And she's purring away, as you can probably hear. And she's saying 50% of you are not subscribed. So could you please like and subscribe so that she can cross you off of her naughty list and you can help the channel grow, because we are growing bit by bit and it's very encouraging and we'd like to see it continue to grow. That, and I just want to remind everybody that we still have t-shirts for sale from the fictitious Ass Fest, which I explained to you guys in my last video. I filed a trademark application for that name with the California Secretary of State. So 100% of the profits are going to charity. I'm not trying to profit off of this. And also, I added one extra design, and I made up a shirt for a fictitious Catster Fest. It's a very colorful design, and I state that, of course, it's sold out for now, and that you have access to free games, one free prize, access to rides, and you have no free parking, and that it's a combination of Fantasyland meets Death Valley. So that's my fictitious Catster Fest 2022 design. You can check that out in addition to the Ass Fest designs in the link below to the store. Get them while you can. They're not going to be up for a lot longer, and like I said, 100% of the profits go to charity. So why are we here today? Well, my gentle viewers. So last night, I was watching the Chisme Report. I don't know if any of you have seen him. He's a relatively small channel as well, and he covers some stuff sometimes about the Ace family. And he was talking last night how on Catherine McBroom's Snapchat, sometimes she'll, take questions and things from fans and she'll answer. Well, this one fan stated to her that, and I'll put up the clip here so you can see the post.
She does this thing on Snapchat where people ask her questions, and one of these things were this person asking her or telling her, I took some mushrooms for the first time Friday and it was eye-opening. It's absolutely true. All your answers are within you. And then she puts, yes, medicine, the real medicine, mushroom emoji. Also, microdosing is important. Make sure to always open and close ceremony space after, just a reminder.
So, of course, I looked it all up, and I'll post for you here, there's some stuff about the ceremonial stuff that they do with them. And I want to just say, first off, people, before you start, I'm not here to debate the good or the bad of mushrooms or the rights or the wrongs of mushrooms. We're not talking about adults doing adult things, because Mr. Shady, frankly, could give a rat's ass. However, that said, Mr. Shady does raise an eyebrow when it's promoted or when it's accessed by a youthful audience. They have young fans, and Catherine herself holds herself out publicly as being a role model. So when I saw this, of course, I was like, that's a little cringe. But there's a little more to it, and I was thinking to myself, is that the end of the story? So I took a look, and what do you think I found, people? So this is the issue. The first is she's really making it look like it's okay to do mushrooms, and if I knew her audience was just adults, I wouldn't have an issue with it. But the other issue I have, whether you agree or not, it is still illegal in California, and I think in most places, if not everywhere in the US, to use these vegetables, shall we say. When I talk about, and in this context, when I'm talking about mushrooms, you realize I'm not talking about cremini or shiitake mushrooms. I'm talking about the special kind of mushrooms. And it just seems inappropriate, although I'm not surprised, for them to be making this look like it's an okay thing. And like I said, if we were just talking about adults, that would be one thing, but it's illegal in California. In fact, I'm going to put up an article here. They were working this year to get it on the ballot and to legalize it in California. And unfortunately, they didn't get enough signatures, so it can't get on the ballot this year. And again, Mr. Shady's not passing judgment on the good or the bad of them or the right or the wrong of them, except for two things that I'm focusing on. The first is, who is the audience that is viewing this endorsement? I'll say, in my opinion, it's kind of like an endorsement or a tacit endorsement of the use of these things and the fact that it's illegal. Now, Mr. Shady, like I said, could give a rat's ass whether it's legal or not. And Mr. Shady doesn't smoke, drink, or dabble in illicit substances. And that sends me into the Wayback Machine to my new wave teenage years. And some of you may know who this is, but there was a singer named Adam Ant. But he had a song, and the chorus basically was, you don't drink, don't smoke. What do? You don't drink, don't smoke. What do you do? So, that Mr. Shady sounds like that song. I don't drink, don't smoke, and don't do anything of the other kind either. So, but I don't pass judgment, and honest to God, adults can do, adult things. I have no problem with that. But again, the focus here is not on the right or wrong of the actual item we're talking about. It's the fact of the audience that it's being put out to and the fact that it actually is illegal. So whether I think they're okay or not really is beside the point, because where the Ace family lives, it's illegal. So until it's legal, that's also an issue, So we're talking about young people seeing that it's okay to do this and the fact that they are illegal substances at this point. What do you guys think about this? Tell me down below what you think, And again, I'm not saying that I think adults shouldn't be able to do adult things. I'm merely pointing out the fact that the people who are looking up to Catherine McBroom tend to be young girls. And the thing that she is discussing is not legal in California. So shout out to the Chisme Report for bringing that to my attention last night. And when I realized that it was also illegal, of course, Mr. Shady said, I've got to talk about it, because Chisme Report talked about the fact about the inappropriateness with the audience, but did not discuss the legal aspect of it. I thought you guys should know. So just more nonsense coming your way. And also be on the lookout for my video, which I hope to get finished editing, on Thelma Todd. She was a 1920s/1930s Hollywood actress who was, a fairly well-known star. And she was found deceased at the age of 29, the basically peak of her career, having made almost 125 movies. And the circumstances were quite bizarre and mysterious, and it was never solved. That is coming to you. And I did on-location shooting at both the crime scene, which is, mind you, it's not that I just went to where it happened. It's actually still exactly the same. And you'll see, I'll explain that, and you'll see in the pictures from, she died in 1935. You'll see in the pictures from 1935, in the video I shot just while I was in California, absolutely exactly the same. Everything the same. The house, everything. I'm not going to go further into it because I don't want to give away too much, and although some of you may know this story. But I did some location footage there, and then I actually went to where she's buried and took some footage there too, and did some talking. So join me for my Unsolved Hollywood mystery, and be on the lookout for that. And Sybil says, thank you so much for joining us. She's glad to be back on camera. She says, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up. Yes, my dear, I know. She's a diva, you know. She is a diva. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you so much to the Amazon Angels. We continue to receive your generosity, and I and the cats are grateful for that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much to the Patreon patrons. Look, this weekend I'll be putting up some of my travel videos that I'm in the process of editing, and that will be a little bonus for you guys to see before I move them over onto the shorts on YouTube. But be on the lookout. I went to several places that I do a little tour of. That will be available to the Patreon patrons this weekend. So look for those. And thank you to the channel members. I really appreciate it. I will be posting an invite to the 1-year anniversary of MadCatster channel live stream, which I'm going to have on Sunday afternoon. So join me for that. Thank you so much, you guys. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. I love all of you, and take care. So Antoinette is here, and she's been so sweet because I've been sick the last few days. When I got home from Los Angeles, I ended up the next day coming down with a bad cold, which sometimes happens after flying long distances, especially when you're tired, and I'm exhausted. And so I'm so glad that the weekend is here and I can catch up on some sleep. But Antoinette has been so sweet because the last couple of nights she's crawled into bed with me because she knows I'm not feeling good. So it's so funny because usually she sleeps, she has like a bed that she likes to snuggle up in on the floor, but she's come to bed with me because she's such a good, sweet girl. And she's in tune with my moods and my, how I'm feeling. And when I say my favorite cat, he is my favorite cat, and he was my favorite cat. He'll always be my favorite cat. Misha, when he died when he was 20, she knew how hard I took that. And she was so good. She came and curled up in the spot where he used to sleep every night, and she spent several days just consoling me, and she could sense my despair at losing him. So she's been a very, very good. She's very sweet. She's very quiet, and she's very gentle. So Antoinette is an angel. She's one of my little angels. She's a pretty girl. Where is she? She's got the sweetest little face too. She's got this sort of like oval shaped face. And green eyes. Huh. Pretty calico girl. And you guys have met her, but I don't know if you even remember what she looks like, but because it was a while ago. But can you believe it's going to be a year? Can you believe it's going to be a year and another week since I uploaded my first video? Actually, I think it's this weekend it'll be a year. And actually, I think we're going to do a live stream on Sunday, and we'll celebrate a year, because it'll be almost a year. It'll be like the day before my 1-year video upload anniversary when I first uploaded my very first video. So be on the lookout for that. But what was I saying? Oh, so Eugenie, my blind cat, has exactly the same colors. I mean, the shade, the tone, and everything of the color is exactly the same. So she and Antoinette, even though they're different sizes, Eugenie and Antoinette look like twins because they've got the exact same calico coloring on them. So, but anyways, say good night, Antoinette. She's my little Marie Antoinette. So thanks for joining me, you guys, and look for my Hollywood Unsolved Mystery. I think we have a possible solution. It's kind of controversial, but we'll talk about it. But anyways, thanks for joining me, and take care of yourselves.
Pretty please. Subscribe, like, and hit the bell. I get a treat for every new sub. Thank you.